All right, welcome. We are live. It is Wednesday, and wow, exciting. Lots going on. Really exciting times. Got some fun things coming up. But tonight we're going to talk about 4 critical components for making more affiliate commissions in 2021 and beyond. And this is something I get asked about all the time. How do I sell more affiliate products? And we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to dive into it. So just in case you've wondered where I've been the last, 2 weeks, I've actually been on vacation. Was out in Lake Tahoe for about 10 days, and I really didn't have the best internet, so I wasn't able to do our lives the last 2 weeks. But we are back on track tonight, and we'll be back on track next week and the weeks to come. So. Anyway, I'm excited to be here with you and share with you tonight. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Now, do me a favor. If you're watching, do me a favor and comment on this video. Let me know you're there. And I certainly would like to know where you're watching from. And, let me know. Share this with somebody. Tag somebody in the comments if you get value with what I'm sharing tonight. Let's spread the love. So... welcome, and so let's dive right in. So we're going to talk about tonight affiliate marketing and how do you sell more products, okay? How do you sell more products? And it always comes down to the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are absolutely key to anything that you do online. And the 4 that I'm going to share with you is basically I'm going to share them in order, okay? And, it's based off my blog post that I released on Monday. And if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you do. Go to markharbert.com and you'll see my newest blog post there. And you can also look in the link in the description of this video, and you'll see a link there. All right. So let's dive in. But basically, again, these 4 components. So the first one we're going to talk about is creating a high value lead magnet. Or a freebie. And maybe you've heard of this before, maybe you haven't. Sometimes people have. But the reality of it is, even though people have heard of a high value lead magnet, they have not created it. I know a lot of people where I'll say, have you created a lead magnet? No, I need to do that. I need to get on that. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you do. And a lead magnet is simply something that you give away for free that has value to it, that people can use, that attracts your target market. So whoever it is that you're marketing to, you want to be able to give them something of value in exchange for your contact information, in exchange for their contact information. And with that thing of value that they get, it really is it's really a first impression. Okay. It's their first look at you. It's their first look at what you're offering, what you're all about. And so that is really their first opportunity to see what you have and what it is that you can offer them, how you can solve their problem. So creating an effective lead magnet, I am a big fan of PDFs. I think PDF files with some content on there, something simple, something that really provides high value. It's easy to consume. The days of long boot camps, video boot camps, I'm not against videos, that's for sure. But people's attention spans really are just not there today to go through these long style boot camps that, used to work 10 years ago really well. Unless these videos are really well done and they really hit on a topic that people really want to know about. So... but I love the PDF because I think there's an ownership to PDFs. Okay, there's an ownership idea to it. That when you're putting PDFs out there for your prospects, there is an idea in their mind. People like ownership. Okay, and what do I mean by ownership? Okay, like my phone here. Okay, I own this phone. This is my phone. Okay, I can hold it in my hand. It's mine. Nobody can take it from me. And it's mine. And so with a PDF, the cool thing about a PDF is that people can download it to their computer. They can print it off and then have it as something like on their desk or they can flip through it and read it. There's ownership to it. And that's why I like that. And a lot of times when I, promote a PDF or a lead magnet, that's one of the things I say. You can download it, print it off, and keep it on your desk because it implies ownership, and people like that. So when you're creating a lead magnet, what you really want to do is your goal is to provide something to them that can get them a quick result. So let me give you an example. I'm actually working with a client right now who's in the roofing space. Okay. We just started going through, we're putting together a lead magnet for him. And one of the ways that, we kind of decided, what's up, Jen? What's up, Brenda? What's up, Greg? Good to have you guys here. So, the key is that you want to give them something tangible. So with my roofing client, he is a roofing supplement. So he works with roofing companies that basically need help on the insurance side, making sure that they're getting all of what they deserve from the insurance claim and getting paid what they're worth. And so what happens is we kind of sat down, we talked about it, and I asked him this very simple question. And that question was, what is the biggest problem that your customers have? And his customers are actually roofing companies, like companies that actually go out and, replace roofs. That is his customer. And I said, what is their biggest problem right now? And so far, what he's come up with, I like the idea, but a lot of them don't have the resources. And when I say resources, in other words, they don't know some of the things that they could use to their advantage. So what we've come up with is something called the Roofer's Rolodex. Okay. And this Rolodex has 35 resources in it that it's kind of like a Rolodex of things that they can go to help them with business, help them with all kinds of things. So that's what we've come up with. And we've got a really cool subtitle for it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up for you. And I'll read you what that subtitle is. But it was 35 must-have resources every roofing company should have in their arsenal to maximize profitability with every job. And that was his lead magnet. You can see how that could really, really attract roofing companies, roofing people. And there's a lot of them out there, okay? And so that's what we're creating. And in your particular business, whatever that may be, if you're in a health and wellness company, which a lot of people are, you want to think about what is the biggest problem that your potential client or your potential prospect or customer has. And you need to come up with something. I've seen people create awesome lead magnets in like the weight loss space. And one was called the weight loss scorecard. Okay. And this scorecard basically went through and it asked them a series of questions where they were able to rate themselves on a scale of like 1 to 10. And at the end, they would add up all the points and then it would give them, a score, and it would give them, the different areas of where they needed to improve or what they needed to focus on. So that is super high value. Something like that where people can download it within a matter of minutes. They could literally have, like some type of an assessment of where they are and how they can move forward. I've seen a lot of people create lead magnets that are really full of fluff. They're just kind of, they're fluffy. They sound like they might have something of value, but they really don't. I have, gone through lead magnets before that really, they don't live up to, the expectation. And honestly, I think that's the biggest way that you could lose a potential subscriber or a potential prospect is not, giving them something of value. So when you're doing a lead magnet, don't overthink it, but answer this question. What is the biggest immediate problem your prospect has, and how can you solve that one issue for them right now? So I know I work with a lot of online marketers. So I have a PDF that gives people a Facebook post template or social media post templates that can help them get greater engagement on social media, because a lot of people are posting things, They're not getting engagement. Therefore, they don't have conversations. They can't sign people up. They can't promote their products. So the key is getting engagement. So I give them something that helps solve that problem. Okay. I have another PDF called my 101 video live stream ideas. So I teach a lot about video marketing. It's one of my main goals is to teach people how to use video. Well, in that, the biggest problem people have when it comes to doing live videos or videos in general is, well, I don't know what to talk about. Well, I solve that problem by giving them something that has 101 different ideas that they can do when it comes to creating videos. So you have to solve these problems, and you want to give them something, if you can, that is something so high value, like they would not want to throw it away. Like, they'd feel silly if they threw it away, or they'd feel bad if they lost it. And that is my goal every time I create something. Like, I want it to actually be something really high value that people would be sad if they lost, or they'd go searching for it to download it again, if you get what I'm saying. So very, very important. Create a high value lead magnet. It could take you a little bit of time to put that together. I mean, honestly, if you sit down, really get yourself in a flow, think about it, in an hour or two, you could really have some great ideas and create that content. Now, if you're going to do a PDF, do not create a PDF that's like 50 pages long. I'm talking like 5 to 10 pages max. 5 to 7 would be ideal, but 5 to 10 max, something super simple, super valuable, something people can use right away. So the first step is to selling more affiliate products is create a high value lead magnet. And if there's resources that you end up referring to in that lead magnet, you can embed your affiliate links right in that PDF. Okay. So that's number one. That's the first one. Now, number two, we're going to talk about. So the second thing that you need when you are looking to sell more affiliate products is you need to have a capture page. Now, if you've heard about a capture page before, basically all of you have experienced a capture page at one point or another, okay? And you experience a capture page when you go to a page and it asks for your name and email, and you put your information in there, and then you get an email with a download or something like that. So a capture page is something that you want to create, and you want it to be super simple. I'm talking like, really, really simple, nothing major, but it's just very, very clear on what it is that those people are getting, what it is they're going to get. So a capture page is vital. There are many different capture page builders out there. When I got started online about 12 years ago, in 2008, so it's been maybe 12, 13 years. Okay, when I got started really marketing online, it used to be very difficult to create capture pages. There were not a lot of page builders out there. You really almost had to know some HTML, which is like a code for writing websites. I remember downloading HTML editors, trying to figure out how to create a capture page, and having to search around online to like see if I could find some type of tutorials on how to build it. It was a real pain. Like today, you've got great tools like MLSP Funnelizer, OptimizePress, which works on the WordPress platform. You've got things like ClickFunnels, and there's a couple of them out there, Builderall. There's some DropFunnels. There's others out there that are, way, way simpler page builders. There's no reason anybody that has even just a hint of any type of technical know-how, if you can click a mouse and type, you're good to go. There's so many things out there that are make it so much easier today. So creating a capture page is not hard. And then what you need to do on that capture page is you connect your autoresponder to that page, and then you have the ability to collect leads. And that leads me to number 3. Okay. And that is basically to create a 5 to 7 day email follow-up series. Okay. Now here's what you're doing. So think about the product that you want to sell. Okay. Whatever it is that people want to, you want people to buy. And what you do is you create a series of emails, you write these emails, and you put it in a follow-up series. Now, if you've heard of it before, I've talked about it at length, and I'll continue to talk about it. And a lot of times I'm like a broken record, but the email list is by far the most important asset you'll ever build in your business. And for whatever reason, people still don't build it. People don't do it. Oh, it's hard, I get into that idea of that it's so difficult to do, and it's really not. And I think you're psyching yourself out if you have not gotten into building an email list yet. But you put the email list in there, you write the 5 to 7 emails, and these are follow-up emails that get people to purchase your product. Now, if you have not heard this before, I'm assuming you have, but the fortune really is in the follow-up. Now, if you're running any type of ads or anything like that, the truth is that very rarely will people buy on the first go around. Okay. The first exposure, people will almost never buy. Okay. That's pretty much a guarantee. So when you get someone to go to your capture page, to get your lead magnet, to opt into the email list, they're almost never going to buy on the first sighting. It's just the way it is. If I have somebody come to my house and they're trying to sell me something, you can be pretty sure I'm not going to purchase something on the first go around. Okay. I don't like making impulse buys. I mean, that's me. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, I'm pretty calculated how and when I buy stuff. And, if I do that, I know you do too. People aren't done with their money. So you need to do proper follow-up. There are things that I have purchased, even just in the last month or two, where the first exposure to it, I thought, oh man, that's really cool. I need to look more into that. And then I got off doing something else and I forgot all about it. But then the next day I got an email in my inbox saying, oh, this special is still on or whatever. And it reminds me, oh yeah, I need to go check that out. So I'll go over there and look at it again, maybe go through it, try to understand it a little bit more. And I may or may not purchase if I feel comfortable, or there's been many times where I get distracted again. So next thing you know, I'm off doing something else. And the next day I get another email reminding me, hey, by the way, you need to go over and check this out. Oh yeah. So then I'll go over and I'll check it out and I'll buy it. And I'll bet you probably have similar stories of how that's worked for you as well. So these are how you sell more products. Okay. It's not about just spamming links. It's about creating a process that people can go through in order to get educated. Okay. And maybe you educate through your content. You can create content within an email follow-up series where you create maybe a series of videos, you give the PDF, and then as a bonus, you can throw in some training videos that go over a series of a couple days that help educate your prospects on what it is that you're selling. And one of the things that I teach my students and my clients is that when it comes to getting people to purchase, I'm all about creating empowered buyers. Okay. I want to create empowered buyers, not dependent buyers. And what I mean by that is that I want people, when they purchase a product of mine or something that I recommend, I want them to buy it based on the fact that they feel empowered and educated to go purchase this product. Because I'll tell you what, the difference in the type of customer that you get is huge. It's huge. So my goal is to educate people, help them understand the process so that when they pull out their credit card to purchase something, they feel good about it. And that is the kind of experience that I want to create for my customers. And I know that's what you want too, because that's what you want as an individual. So you need to think about how you can empower them by educating them. And that is what will play a big role in how things work. Okay. So create a 5 to 7 day email series, and that will do a big difference because the fortune really is in the follow-up. People need 5 or more exposures on average before they make a buying decision. It's just the truth. And that's how it works. I don't necessarily have any stats to back that up. I can't say, hey, over so many years, but I can tell you that being involved in marketing for 20 years of my life, being in home business since 2000, and marketing online for the last 12, 13 years, I can tell you that that is very, very true. Most people do not purchase on the first exposure to a product. It just doesn't happen. They need follow-up, they need nurturing, and that's when people decide to buy. All right, so we have create a high-value lead magnet, create a capture page, and then create the follow-up series. So people come to a capture page, they opt in to get your lead magnet that you've created, your high-value lead magnet. They get the email, which then delivers them the lead magnet, and now they go through a follow-up series, educating them to purchase a product. And the cool thing is that in the process of doing that, you are also building an asset with that email list of people that have opted in. And that's the big one. So let's talk about the fourth and final one. And that is driving traffic into your funnel. And there are so many ways to do this, okay? I could talk about, several of them, but there are so many ways to drive traffic. I'm a huge fan of Facebook ads, which, by the way, keep your ears open and ready, because we are going to be doing a Facebook workshop here soon. It's going to be called a Facebook clinic is probably what it's going to be. But there are so many updates that have happened with Facebook ads over the last 6 months that I'm going to do a live workshop, and we're going to go over and discuss a lot of them. And I'm going to show you how to put up your first Facebook ad literally for $1 a day. If you want to do it for $1 a day, you can. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So keep your eyes open for that. But the goal is you want to now that you have a lead magnet, a capture page, and a follow-up series, now what you want to do is you want to get as many people in there as possible. So that should be your sole focus, is getting people into that follow-up series with your lead magnet. You attract them to with your lead magnet, and now you let the follow-up do the work. And this is how you build automation, okay? And that is the beauty of allowing technology to help you in that process, okay? I have clients right now. I have a client of mine, and he has set up basically a very simplified, if you want to call it, sales funnel, okay? Like I've just talked about. He has a high-value lead magnet, a capture page, a 5 to 7 day email series, and now he's running Facebook ads to put people in there. And what's happening is his funnel is actually very, very simple. They opt in, okay, to get their freebie. And then what they do is it's all about setting an appointment with him. He has what's called an appointment funnel. And that appointment is where he will get on and he can actually discuss with them. It's a 15-minute strategy session. And his goal is to assess where they are, talk to them, find out where they are in terms of their health, because he's in health and wellness, and help talk to them a little bit about their nutrition, their health level. He is a doctor, by the way, but that is the goal. And then through that, talking to him, he looks for, is there a way for him? Is there an opportunity for him to make a sale based on what that person has talked about and the feedback that they've given him? So his funnel is all about getting people on the phone with him, and he's loaded up his funnel. He's got phone numbers like crazy. Last I talked to him, he still, he had a lot of people that he needed to call, and because he was getting quite overwhelmed, quite frankly. So, the idea of this is that you want to create something that can really, really catapult you and, in the end, really bring people to you. And automation is one of the best ways to do that. So if you want to sell more affiliate products, okay, if you want to, this is what you do. Like, there's no magic here other than there's a process to do it. It's not about just, you go and, spam links all over the place. That's not what it's about. It's not about that. It's about creating value in the marketplace for people and bringing them through a process that helps them make a buying decision. Okay. You got to think about your own habits. And do you buy just by some random link on the internet? Of course you don't. Of course you don't. When you buy something yourself and you pull out your credit card, what do? You educate yourself. You don't just buy stuff on a whim. You buy something because you perceive there's value associated with it. That is the exact same way your buyers think, the exact same way your prospects are thinking. And if you try to approach them in a different way than you would buy, I'm telling you, you're going to fall short. You will fall short, and you're not going to get the results that you want. And I have noticed that in my own business, that I sell to people the way I like to be sold to. And I like to be sold to, but I don't like to be sold to in a cheesy, slimy way. I like to sell what I call value-based selling. For me, it's all about value-based selling. It's about giving people and solving a problem for them, and then communicating the value of what they can get when they purchase something. And that is how you sell more products: affiliate products, coaching, courses, training, whatever it is. That's how you do it. So those are the 4 things. Now, in a minute, I'm going to open it up for questions for you guys. So if you want to ask me some questions, feel free. We're going to open it up here in about 2 minutes, and I'm going to let you ask any questions that you want. So if you have a question about, creating a lead magnet or a capture page or an email follow-up series or, running ads or driving people into a funnel, I'd be more than happy to help you. But on that last point too, driving traffic into a funnel, you really have to pick one strategy and really go out there and master it. So if you really want to master Facebook ads, awesome, go for it. You can run ads for as little as $1 a day, and then maybe bump that up incrementally. I know people that are crushing it, and they're spending $5 to $7 a day on ads. They're getting 10 to 15, 20 leads on $5 to $10 a day, $5 to $7 a day. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out Facebook ads. The problem is a lot of people are just downright scared because they don't know what to do, and they're spending money and they don't know if they're going to get the result. Well, if you're willing to invest a little bit to understand it better, then you're going to get much better results on Facebook ads. Because I'll tell you, some of the best examples of learning that I've had with Facebook ads is actually investing the money in buying the ads, and through that process, I've really, really learned how to, effectually use Facebook ads. All right. So those are how you do it. But if you want to learn how to do something on YouTube, go out and master YouTube. If you want to, drive traffic and leads into your funnel off of TikTok, man, learn everything you can about TikTok. Find people out there that have created courses about TikTok or Instagram, whatever it is that you want to learn, and learn everything you can about it. That is how you separate yourself, and that's how you master a topic. It is not rocket science, but it is a process, and we have to be willing to go through that process in order to get the results. Michael Jordan didn't become one of the best basketball players of all time, just sitting on his butt. He invested in training coaches, the best minds that could teach him, the best, Tiger Woods. He invests in coaches and training and all kinds of things. Some of the best athletes in the world, they invest in themselves by learning everything that they can about their craft. And that is what you want to do as well. All right. So again, if you have not checked out my recent blog post, go to markharbert.com. Check it out. You'll like it. I go into a little bit more, talk about it a little bit more on that post. And you can also pick up my PDF over there called The 5 Best Ways to Make Money from Home. Okay, so check that out. All right. So let's open it up for questions here, guys. If you have questions, start posting them. I can answer them. If you don't have questions, well, I guess that's okay too. But this is your opportunity to ask me. I'd be more than happy to answer that. And hear your comments. Did you get value from that? Did some of that make sense to you? I mean, do you have questions about it? Feel free to post it. We've got plenty of time here. This is my time for you each week. So make sure you take advantage of it. Pick my brain. I've been doing this long enough. I've invested in my own training over and over and over again. And I love this stuff. I geek out on marketing. It's one of the things that I just am super passionate about because I do it well, because I've invested in myself and I've gone through a lot of the things that are necessary in order to really learn that. So, all right. So let's see. We've got some questions popping up. And let me see here. Let's post this one here by Brenda. She says, this was very informative. Are there companies that you can use to create a capture page, or is that something individuals can create themselves? So capture pages, the best way that I think in order to create a capture page is to use a company like My Lead System Pro or ClickFunnels. Those are two of the probably the top page builders. Now I use what's called a WordPress platform, and I use a program called OptimizePress, and that installs on a WordPress platform. And that is what I use, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. If you are a little bit tech savvy and you understand WordPress, I would highly recommend OptimizePress. I love it. It is really, really good. But if you're looking for the real simple way to get a capture page going, then absolutely do My Lead System Pro's Funnelizer. And you can check that out. Send me a message and I can get you some information on that. Okay. But, those capture page builders are so easy and they're so simple to create because they're templatized. You just pick a template that you like, you fill in the information, and boom, you're ready to go. Connect your autoresponder and you're ready to rock. Okay. So very, very simple. All right. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. Always awesome. And definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Jen. Love that. And so any other questions? Boy, you guys are quiet tonight. We've got, looks like, we got quite a few people on here. Not bad. But if you don't have any questions, then I guess we'll end it. But I'll give you another minute or here. I know there's a little bit of a delay. So if you got some more questions. But really, guys, it really comes down to this. Okay. If you want to sell affiliate products, your real value that you have is in the audience. The audience that you build. And that is, what I believe to be the number one thing that helps someone to sell affiliate products. When people have a brand, so to speak, when they take the time and they build a brand, and honestly, it really shouldn't take you that long. If you begin to generate leads and you are driving people into a process that educates them, people are going to love you for that. Like they really are. If you give them good information that can really help them, people will look at you as an expert. They will in a very short period of time. It's amazing to me. One of the topics that is kind of a little bit off topic, but in the coming months, I'm going to be talking and training on some stuff that absolutely nobody in this industry teaches. Absolutely nobody. And that's all about finances and handling money. Okay. And believe me, I've been through the ringer on handling money. But the things that I've been learning over the last several months and the things that have really had an impact on me and my finances, I'm determined that I'm going to teach it. And I'm talking like some of the simplest of things that about wealth building. Okay. And nobody teaches this stuff. Like everybody, I love to teach about traffic, leads, funnels, things like that. But when it comes to teaching finance and certain things like, how to handle your money, nobody teaches that. It's all about just keep people busy, keep them out there, keep them, producing, keep them out there doing their thing. But, what happens is when you don't handle your money properly, it can get you in trouble. And believe me, I've learned the hard way on that. I've made a lot of money, but, nobody really taught me how to handle the tax side of that, So I had to learn the hard way, but these are some lessons that I've learned. And, but just some of the things I've learned over the last 6 months that I've really been implementing in my business and the way I handle my finances and things. Boy, I'll tell you what, my anxiety level is all but disappeared. And I've got some amazing people. And the reason I'm sharing that is because what I was talking about is when you educate people and you really seek to help them and empower them, you can create an audience very quickly. Okay. And based on what I just told you regarding the financial stuff, several months ago, probably about, 6 to 8 months ago, I was looking at doing some things online, and I found this gentleman, and I found his YouTube channel. And it was all about financial stuff. And boy, immediately, the first video I watched, I said, oh, I love this guy. I love what he's sharing. I subscribed and I watch all of his videos now. I just absolutely love him. I love what he shares about simple finance. Like, I'm not talking like big investing and all these things. Investing is great. I invest, okay? I do things like that. But I'm talking about the average Joe, the one that really needs the help the most, where, you know, they need to understand the process of, it's not how much you make that builds wealth. It's how much you keep. And that is the most critical thing that most people don't get. And my goal is to actually bring this guy out and do some training and have him show you some of the things that I've learned from him that I have just, man, has made a world of difference in my life, my world, when it comes to building wealth. And so I'm pumped about it. And these are things nobody talks about. But the thing is, if you learn this early, I'm telling you, you will be able to set yourself up, you know, for years and years to come. It's not about just going out there and making a bunch of money. It's not. I'm all about that, though. I'm all about making as much money as you can. But believe me, if you make a couple $1,000s a month, you can build wealth with a couple $1,000s a month. I mean, really, it's not about how much you make, guys. It's about how much you keep. So I promise you, we are going to be getting into this topic more. I am just, you know, I'm stoked about it. You know, it's going to be a great thing. And I guarantee it's going to help a lot of people. And I'm stoked about it. So I'll keep you abreast of that. Make sure if you're not on my email list that you get over there to markharbor.com and join my email list, because that's who will hear about it first. So you want to make sure that you get access to that, okay? So guys, any more questions? If not, we're going to wrap it up. I absolutely appreciate you guys, and good to know. Glad you guys are in there. Look at Gina says she is in. Brenda says sounds great. Denise says how exciting, and we have a Facebook user. So good work, my friend. Sometimes when you're watching this inside of groups, it doesn't always, you know, give you that information, Facebook, the way they work. So we'll work on helping you with that next time. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Go out there, have a great time, and share this with somebody. If you got some value from this tonight, do me a favor, hit that share button and tag somebody in the comments. Share it with them. Share it in Messenger. Share it directly with somebody that you think could benefit from this, that needs to know how to sell more affiliate products. Okay? Tag them and also share it on your timeline. All right? Appreciate you guys. Love ya. Have a great night. We'll see you right here next Wednesday. Same time. Bye-bye.